Make sure the other team doesn't get what they want. The Oilers want to pick it up at times. The Kings will have to slow it down. Sometimes the Kings will dictate by speeding it up. The officials for tonight's game. That man right there is Mike Lego. He'll be joined by Ghislain Hébert. They're the referees. Orange armbands. They call most of the penalties. On the line, Brian Mark, Kyle Mercerton. Right now, play-by-play, Hall of Famer, Nick Nixon.
All right, thanks.
Hébert. They're the referees. Orange armbands. They call most of the penalties. On the line, Brian Mark, Kyle Mercerton. Right now, play-by-play, Hall of Famer, Nick Nixon.
All right, thanks very much, Jim. Yeah, Dodgers night here at Staples Center, just a couple of weeks away from a new baseball season. Tyler Toffoli checked, got into the zone, and then Lucic spins and shoots it wide. Now a shot, score, on a rebound. Tyler Toffoli. Dodgers night here at Staples Center, just a couple of weeks away from a new baseball season. Yeah, Dodgers night here at Staples Center. Just
Nick Nixon.
Thanks very much, Jim. Yeah, Dodgers night.
Play. Quick stance. Yep. 1-0.
And they'll stay out, and here comes Lucic in on goal. His chance stopped by Brossois.
Wow.
So the Kings with two great looks early on.
They pivot between. See, Muzzin is there, but then loose puck. Because Muzzin was behind the play, he's never able to catch up. And the Edmonton Oilers show you something they can do. They can go back at you pretty quick. But again, this one's kind of a breakdown because of falling down. That's the only way to analyze that. You saw Martinez, he had to stay inside to block the 2-on-1 pass like that. You saw Martinez, he had to stay inside to block the 2-on-1 pass. 2 quick goals. 1-1.
Back come the Kings in front. Pearson tries to knock in a Dustin Brown pass. As Brown from the right circle takes a shot, and why not? Glove saved by the young goaltender.
Yeah, so you have to wonder again. I mentioned 60-minute focus, those types of things. There's Martinez blocking, so he gets a little piece of quick, and you see it just slides underneath. I don't think the contact between Martinez and Quick was enough to throw Jonathan off, but certainly just enough room underneath to get it home.
Off the draw, Brown again a chance, and Laurent brushed up. And the Oilers to center ice. Moving in, Cracknell, a wrist shot handled by Jonathan Quick. Sean O'Donnell, former King defenseman, joining us between the benches tonight. Sean, quick start here at both ends.
Very quick start. Probably not the start either team wants as far as systems-wise. The Kings was more of a nice play by Toffoli, a bit of a breakdown defensively with Edmonton. Then obviously we talk about Muzzin falling down, then Quick just wasn't able to hang on that one. So we'll kind of press the reset button here and see if we can start from here.
Yeah, it's weird. You start the game, you get the big start, and you have everything. That's why you have to have that focus, and that's why teams who are able to readjust and get themselves in a position where the highs aren't too high, the lows aren't too low. Cliché-is, but that's exactly what's going on here tonight.
Goals 22. High. Now right off the draw, Hendricks falling, let a shot go. Didn't miss the net by much. Fain couldn't hold the puck, and he holds up King. And now Lewis chasing it down with Sekera.
Sekera, good read right there. Understood exactly when to come over.
Sekera outlets on right wing. Hendricks will knock it in behind the Kings' net. Just underway here early on at Staples. Cassian, a centering pass, knocked down by the goaltender Quick. And Quick will cover. Kings and Oilers wrapping up their 5-game season series. The Kings looking for a sweep with a win here tonight. The 2 previous games here at Staples, the Kings won by scores of 2-1 and 4-3. Carter, Lucic, and Toffoli together here at least early on in the game. Oilers play it past McNabb and down the ice. Doughty coming across to break up a would-be passing play, and now Toffoli for Doughty on right wing. Off his skate. Doughty in deep. Body contact on Osterley. Puck rimmed around for McNabb. McNabb hands it off for Doughty. He turns, a shot attempt blocked. Taylor Hall out of the Oilers zone, got bumped on the play, and Doughty again will take over.
We're just holding on just a split second there to allow the change to take place and then get a little bit more support.
Now Kopitar coming out along with Brown and Tanner Pearson as the Oilers take over with Eberle. He'll wrist it in. Alec Martinez back, sends it ahead neatly, and here comes Dustin Brown. Up the right wing, nudges it in, chases it down. Brown hands it off for Kopitar. Kopitar watched by McDavid. Feeds it in the high slot. Muzzin caught up in his skates. Got it down low. Goes off Pearson. And finally, Everly and the Oilers take over. Feed it across for Nurse. Now to Maroon to the right circle. A shot. Block. Patrick Maroon centers Everly, a one-timer stick save.
Good job by Everly to back off there in the slot. Didn't try to force things. Didn't pressure his own line mate to make the pass. Back off, open up some space.
Oilers coming off a big win the other night in San Jose, a game where they trailed. Oilers coming off a big win the other night in San Jose, a game where they trailed early 2-0, but then regrouped and beat the Sharks handily. To center ice, Korpikoski, the veteran forward, former Coyote, will get it in deep. He'll chase it down. Nick Dowd in his third game, battling down low.
He's centering the fourth line tonight, so to speak. Again, Vinny LeCavalier is back in the lineup, and that's kind of an interesting story. Watched him at practice. He was the only King to skate yesterday, and he went through extensive drills, but still uncertain whether he was going to play.
Andreoff shot wide of the net, off an Oiler leg or stick. This line has Dowd out with Andreoff and Clifford. Up ice pressure by Andreoff and Dowd. Puck free right circle, but Lewis Justin couldn't get a shot away.
Keep an eye on the young goaltender again for the Edmonton Oilers, trying to maybe earn a spot for next year's team as the backup. Talbot will be their guy, but of course he allowed the first goal on maybe the second shot, but seems to have settled down since then.
Outlet pass for Cassian. Caught up in his skates. LeCavalier, as Jim mentioned, back in the lineup. Had a hand in breaking up that play. Now the Oilers will chop it all the way down for an icing call.
I'm on just to make
Vinny Park slot as a third line center. But that changes depending on where Jeff Carter slots in game to game now. Playback underway, and here is Jeff Carter for Toffoli. Carter at center ice tonight. Toffoli lifts it in. Lucic with a bump on Osterley.
Lucic looks like he has the skating legs tonight.
Now Carter's pass goes off a skate intended for Toffoli. And the Oilers' Hendricks will lift it down in on quick lookout. While falling, Hendricks got a chance. Quick made situation. Save and a penalty coming up.
Yeah, go against McNabb. And this time McNabb's put into a difficult situation because of the long rebound here. It was kind of a handcuffing shot. So Jonathan Quick could not get it with a glove cleanly. And he almost jumps up out of Grant Fuhr used to, but look at that. That rebound causes the situation where McNabb has to do something. Don't expect that long rebound. He goes to the box.
So the Oilers will have the game's first power play.
Game's first power play.
In the 4 games previous in this season series, the Oilers' power play is just 1 of 8. You see their numbers for the year. And the Kings on the penalty kill. Jake Muzzin off the draw. He'll serve it in down low. Connor McDavid is out. First overall pick in last summer's draft.
Draisaitl being the stretch man right now at the far blue line, trying to open things up.
Taylor Hall is out as well. 3 number 1 picks. Letestu moving in. For Draisaitl. For McDavid. Chases in the corner. Got it back out to the blue line. Now across for Draisaitl. Tied up by Kopitar and Muzzin in to clean it up and clear.
Don't want to take too much away from Letestu. He's going off right now, but many times in these situations, he's out there just to win a face-off, and he does a good job at that, and he takes a lot of pride in that. That's one of the things that keeps him in the NHL.
Oilers' power play continues. Andrei Sekera, a King briefly at the end of last year, 13 power play points, leads the team. Oilers knock it in, look to set it up. Everly in the slot, shoots just wide. Everly again with it. For Sekera, to Everly, to Sekera, shot knocked down, goes wide. Draisaitl with it. At the goal line for Hall. A little give and go with Sekera. They play catch. Now here's Hall again. A centering pass. Tipped wide by McDavid. That was a shot pass. All around for McDavid. Feeds it at the goal line. Gets it back. Up high to Sekera. For McDavid. Wrist shot kicked out. That was a good look. Everly again.
A little fatigue factor now.
On the left side, they play it to Hall. Cross ice to McDavid. Hops over his stick. And King will get it clear.
Because of that lay down in front there by the Kings, that pass has to be perfect. And you force a perfect pass, very difficult to make a perfect pass.
Carter and Toffoli out for the final few seconds of the power play as Darnell Nurse shoots in. 1 shot on goal for the Oilers. Muzzin knocked down behind his net. Letestu and Carter battling down low. Pakarinen is well for the Oilers. But now the Kings get it to center. McNabb will lift it in. Toffoli up ice pressure on Clendening. But the Oilers get it clear. Lucic will hammer it right back in. Toffoli on a loose puck. Sends it to Lucic off his stick. Carter chases with a bump. Centers. Deflects right in front. Toffoli couldn't find it on the backhand. Still bouncing around, and finally, well, no, the Oilers, well, they get a second chance. Clendening clear.
That line is making something happen out there. I think Lucic is a big part of that. He's just getting the speed, he's getting the pressure, and forcing a little few turnovers.
Cracknell with a cross-ice pass for Hendricks didn't work. Cracknell battling down low with a defender, Martinez. And Luke Shen will get it to center ice. Cassie will feed it right back in. Cracknell with a bump on Martinez. Hendricks down low in a battle. 3 grinders out for Todd McClellan's Oilers on this shift. But the pass by Cassian out to the blue line misses Osterley.
And everyone believes that's what the Oilers need. A few more of those grinders. Maroon comes in. He does a good job. Cassian, big size.
Now Brown with a chance from the left circle. And a stop by the young goaltender. Dustin Brown has had some good looks here in the first period. We are tied 1. Tyler Toffoli got it started. 16 seconds.
Definitely will not be taken home.
Tyler Toffoli got it started. 16 seconds.
Definitely will not be taken home the green jacket. Andrzej Kopitar plus 30 on the year. That's good for second in the NHL. Tyler Toffoli plus 29. Drew Doughty plus 22, and he is plus 1 so far in this game. Jim, at the end of a game, I think players look at time on ice and the plus minus. This is one of those stats that these players take seriously because they key in on the defensive play.
Especially when you're getting into the role player issue. They want to make sure they're not hurting the team. A lot of times they don't have an impact in a game, but if they can go at the end of the game, and more times than not, look at that plus minus and be on the plus side or even the even side, it's okay.
Oilers on the attack. Taylor Hall with a shot attempt to block. We'll let Sean O'Donnell weigh in on the plus minus when we get a chance. Hall works it free out to Secker. His shot tipped on, save, rebound. And it just eludes Draisaitl.
Quick feet twice by Jonathan Quick.
Sekera holding the blue line, but he couldn't hold the puck in. And the puck to center ice going to be offside.
Yeah, bounces off one of the Kings and then one of the Oilers. And so Jonathan Quick had the first save to make on a redirection here low, and then second one right there. If he doesn't get it the second time, Draisaitl probably does, and maybe scoops it around. So Quick there, and then right there just to make sure. So even though Jonathan Quick is on his backside, you don't see that too often. He still finds a way to keep his eye on the puck and get his foot on the puck.
1-1 tie as Muzzin will get it in deep. Cavalier and Lewis are out for Daryl Sutter's Kings. The big boys for the Oilers. Here they come. Eberle, a shot and a sliding save. Maroon set up Eberle on the right wing.
That was old-time goaltending there, Nick. That was old Bill Ranford style. Jumping across, 2-pad slide.
Thought maybe Mario Lessard would get in the conversation as well.
It looked a lot like Mario.
McDavid, Maroon, and Eberle. Now look out! Score! Le Cavalier!
Slide. Goaltending there, Nick. That was old Bill Ranford style. Jumping across, 2-pad slide.
Thought maybe Mario Lessard would get in the conversation as well.
It looked a lot like Mario.
McDavid, Maroon, and Eberle. Now look out! Score! Le Cavalier! Stick handling in front.
Old time.
Here they come. Eberle, a shot and a sliding save. Maroon set up Daryl Sutter's Kings. The big boy.
It goes right to the
With a bump, then took the whack and got the goal.
Carter the other way, a chance save made. Brossois. Now Scuderi for Shen. His wrist shot. Blocked with the goaltender down. Carter.
scores.
Don't go anywhere.
Turn to the
left.
The goaltender wants goaltender interference. interference here. There could be a challenge, but I think it's a completely different play. I believe what happened here has to be called at the time. And look at Tom McClellan. He is not a happy camper. We'll see what happens. The goaltender has to kind of readjust himself. Lucic will come across, trips the goalie. Now, from this point on, is that there a secondary chance? Is there something to take a look at? There's no question. Lucic makes contact, and the referees are coming across. Referees are coming across, going to the coach's challenge.
Good call, Jim. We'll see if it
looked tough. Coach at A.
only for extra.
Milan.
Review has determined a call on the ice stands. We have a goal.
A swamp? Think so. No.
Okay.
I don't think he has to make an effort to get back up. I think that what the coaches misunderstand, I think we have it covered. We've seen it a couple times this year where it becomes two separate plays. I think he has to make an effort to get back up. I think that what the coaches misunderstand, I think we have it covered. We've seen it a couple times this year where it becomes two separate plays. So this is what, if it's missed on the ice, that's not reviewable. So it doesn't really apply to the secondary chance that happens right after that. And you know what? McClellan does have an argument. I thought he was going to lose that argument, but we talked about it right away. I think as the coaches get used to this situation, they'll understand that a lot better and probably hesitate more to go to the coach's challenge.
So we have 4 goals here in the first period at Staples. Alec Martinez around for Tyler Toffoli. Alec Martinez around for Tyler Toffoli, who started this barrage just 16 seconds in, and the Oilers go in offside.
Can share there?
But he thought he
There he goes. That's possible. That example right there, maybe a good example of that.
I'm sure McClellan is making the point as the Kings come back. Let's wait. We've had so many goals here so far. Kopitar for Brown in the left wing corner, and for Tanner Pearson. Pearson along the wall, cycles it back for Kopitar. Spinning away from Nurse, former first-round pick, Darnell Nurse. Kopitar still with it, up high. Hounded by Nurse for McNabb in deep to Brown. Brown walking out, can't find a shooting lane. Now backhands it in on goal through traffic. Now Pearson on a turnover, tried to center the puck. Tries again. Doughty couldn't tee it up. He was tied up. Kopitar. For Doughty to Kopitar. Takes a look. Shoots. Went off maybe the goaltender's arm and wide. Justin Brown looks to get it in deep. It's intercepted and cleared by Patrick Maroon.
You know, Nick, back to that situation, the goaltender getting up and trying to get up. He's trying to make the save there. Modern goaltenders nowadays hardly ever stand up to make saves. He's trying to get into the position where he thinks he can make the save. If he thought standing up was the way to do it, he would have done that. He thought kind of shimmying across was the way to make the save. And again, I think that's why that doesn't apply. I got a Twitter person say, well, you don't know. Hey, goalies will try to do anything. You can't, if you take time to stand up, you might be in a worse position to make the save. What do you think of that?
I think you were reading my mind.
If I could read your mind. Here we go. Kings fans, would you like free playoff tickets? Mercury Insurance is giving away a pair for each home game, so don't miss your chance to win. MercuryInsurance.com/playoffs to learn more. Low rates, big savings, great service, even the playoffs. MercuryInsurance.com/playoffs.
Again, the Anaheim Ducks rallied to win in overtime at Ottawa tonight, so they are to within 1 point of the Kings for the top spot in the division. San Jose lost at home earlier today to Dallas, so they remain 5 points behind the Kings. The Kings' next game will be in San Jose Monday. Nick Dowd, a shot, save, rebound, Dowd following up. Pinned along the end dasher boards, Andrioff works it free, walks out, shoots, save. Puck picked up by Cassian of Edmonton. To center ice, he'll lift it in and chase it down with Rob Scuderi. Scuderi had the puck, loses, winds up back to Scuderi. Clears it up, held in by Sekera, pinching. And out to Cassian at the blue line. Slaps it in down low, Andy Andrioff taking over. Andrioff turned it over and Cassian's shot kicked out and the puck out to center ice. Tipped right back in by Hendricks. as the Oilers and Kings change on the fly. Trevor Lewis up the right side, got bumped by Trevor Hall just as he got the puck. Leon Draisaitl for Yakupov for Hall. Checked by Doughty. And then Doughty got held, it looked like, just a bit by Hall. They let it go. Yakupov cycles it back in deep. Doughty up with the puck. Feeds LeCavalier, who clears it to center. LeCavalier, King, and Lewis, a combination here tonight for Darryl Sutter. Back come the Oilers. Draisaitl shifting down low behind the net. Penalty coming up on the play. Now back behind the net with a pass for Hall. The Oilers keep it away from the Kings. Yakupov then turned it over on a pass attempt. Oilers will have the game's second power play.
Well, the Oilers will get that chance in a kind of a scrambling period, a fast period, a period where we've seen a couple of weird plays. The call going against the Oilers. The jump in by McDavid to just snatch it off the stick. Doughty controlling gaps. And he gets kind of pulled back by Hall, and they've had some great battles in their careers. I know it's been a kind of shorter career for Taylor Hall, but since he's come to the NHL. So Toffoli gets the gate for the high stick, and it's always interesting, Doughty. He's got to control that speed of a guy like Taylor Hall, and Hall plays the left, Doughty plays the right. I think in Hall's first rookie, his rookie year, he came in right here on near board to Staples Center and got nailed by Doughty. In just about every game, they have something going back and forth.
One shot on goal for the Oilers on their first power play. Maroon is out, along with Korpikoski, Eberle, Yakupov, and Sekera. Oilers get it in the King zone, but can't get long enough possession to set it up. And they'll retool with Sekera. Feeds it ahead, tipped on left wing. Maroon will nudge it in deep. Muzzin back, tied up by Korpikoski, but fights off the check and clears down. Up ice pressure by Tanner Pearson. A bump on Sekera. Pearson up with a puck, will send it out to center ice. Scuderi off to Carter and Porchen. And they'll find an opening and slap it right back down as Connor McDavid hits the ice. McDavid with the broken collarbone back in November, missed 37 games. Hands it off for Letestu. And to Hall, back for Letestu. Didn't work. Scuderi tries to clear, put it in traffic. In for the puck, McDavid. Rims it around the wall. Nobody there for Edmonton. Here comes Carter. Speeds up the left wing. Carter checked by Draisaitl as he came the attacking line.
Draisaitl had to get on his horse. We know how Jeff Carter can skate. Draisaitl, good job, D.
Here's Draisaitl into the zone. Had it knocked off his stick by a back-checking forward, and the Kings will clear.
That was Jeff Carter at that time, Nick. So back and forth, end-to-end, top speed. Great shift.
Power play winding down. As the Oilers control at center. Cassian out now. Couldn't get it in deep. Broken up by Doughty. Darnell Nurse will feed it back for Clendening. And to Cracknell at center ice. Feeds it on the left wing boards for Nurse. Puts it in behind the goal. Kings at full strength. A 2-2 tie here at Staples' first period. Clendening with a shot blocked by Martinez.
Martinez jumps across there. Alex is doing so. He does such a great job. I mean, Alex is one of those guys where he uses mobility to block shots.
Kopitar spinning, got it ahead to Clifford. And Clifford wound up along the boards, battles to get it back. And the Oilers will take over. McDavid will flip it in, chase it down with Shen. Into the fray is Scuderi. Puck center to Eberle with a shot. Save is made. Maroon setting up Eberle again.
Full body save by Jonathan Quick. Entire body across.
Here's Lucic driving wide on a defender feint. Penalty coming up on the play.
Lucic has been skating.
So the Kings will get their first power play here in the first period. A 2-2 tie. Milan Lucic has been impressive here in the first period.
You can see, tried to lean inside there. Fade can get his shoulder in there, and then he gets the free hand. So he never established that inside position with a shoulder. That cost him a hold.
Milan Lucic, his first points in 5 games with 2 assists here in the first period. He has been a force out there with his line mates Carter and Toffoli as the Kings get set to work on their first power play here tonight. Kopitar, Carter, Lucic, Muzzin, and Doughty to start. Kings power play 7th in the NHL. Drew Doughty, team high 23 power play points. Jake Muzzin taking a look, will feed Doughty and get it back over the line for Lucic. Along the boards, kept it in while being pressured. Now Muzzin feeds it down low for Carter. Carter check. Reinhart got a stick in on Carter. Then Lucic with a bump on Hendricks, but the Oilers able to clear it down. Quick, a long stretch pass. Oilers looking to change. It bounces away from Lucic. And Lucic and Hendricks come together again, and the Oilers get a clear. Alec Martinez now out. Will feed Doughty on the left wing side. Doughty will rim it in. Kopitar tipped it, overskated by Carter, and cleared by Letestu. Kings looking for their first shot on goal on this power play that has a minute left. Up the left wing with speed, Tanner Pearson. Stops up on Osterley, feeds Martinez. Across to Shen with a shot. Or a pass down low, winds up to Toffoli. And out to Martinez. Down low for Toffoli. Out to Martinez. Hands it off for Toffoli. And he got checked on the play by Cassian to close the gap, and the Oilers get a clear. The Oilers doing a good job preventing the Kings from really getting this power play set up. Shen will shoot it in, rockets off the wall, past LeCavalier and back out of the zone. First period winding down here at Staples Center. The Kings trying to snap a 3-game losing streak here tonight. Third time this year, as we get an icing call, third time this year the Kings have lost 3 straight.
And this is one of those calls where, again, the linesman has to make a judgment call who's going to get there first. We'll see if this turns into an important face-off, because I believe Dwight King in the end was going to get there first. But when the decision has to be made, right about here, the ref has to make the decision. And you see right there, it's close. It's close. The other guy coming across. So always interesting, very difficult on referees. It's a judgment situation, and it's not made at the point where the player gets back to the puck. It has to be made way before that.
Play underway. Here is Nick Dowd. Moving into the zone, looking for his first NHL point. Feeds it across to McNabb, but hopped over his stick. Held in, McNabb a shot, blocked. We mentioned Nick Dowd out of Huntsville, Alabama, in St. Cloud State. Dowd to the net, shoots, save, rebound. Eludes Dustin Brown.
Dowd has been assertive. He's been trying to make plays. He would make at any level. That's a good sign for him. Young player coming up, not intimidated.
Getting an audition here late in the regular season. Yakupov a drive is gloved down by Jonathan.
So comparable, not exact, but 4 seconds later when Jutland on a separate shot.
All right, so the viewers are heads up. They've got good memories.
Yeah, I think it was very comparable, not exact, but very comparable.
Yeah, I would agree. Jeff Carter cross-ice pass picked off. The other way, Maroon, no doubt looking for Eberle. They've been a good combination here in the first period, but this time it doesn't work. And here is Kopitar, feeds it ahead, and that'll do it for the first period. Toffoli and Carter scoring for the Kings. For Tyler Toffoli, his team high 28 this season. Eberle and McDavid scoring for the Edmonton Oilers.
Not necessarily the style of play.
And McDavid scoring for the Edmonton Oilers. 48 this season. So we're tied at the end of one here at Staples, and now let's head outside for our Lexus intermission report and Patrick O'Neill.
Okay, Nick. Yeah.
What talk to the neutral zone? Yeah, more.
Follow up with you. Hectic start in the first 8-10 minutes. Could you sense that it was settling in towards the end of that first period?
Yeah, I thought so. All the goals were in the first couple of minutes, and it seemed like there were still some mistakes being made, but it seemed like both teams were kind of playing more their style the last 7 or 8 minutes of that game.
You know, when you look at the numbers, and we track them, total shots attempted, The Kings had 17. The Oilers had 20. Very rarely do the Kings get beat in those numbers. So it was kind of a, I'll go far as to say undisciplined to a certain extent. Again, the goal was scored on a play that, I'll go far as to say undisciplined to a certain extent. Again, the goal was scored on a play that you can't really defend. A player falls down. So you can't predict that, but not the normal style that you expect from the Kings.
No, it definitely seemed a very un-King 20 minutes. We'll see if they can turn things around.
Yeah, a lot of time left.
Carter, Lucic, and Toffoli on the ice for both Kings goals in that first period. As the Oilers here early on will be called for icing.
Tonight's broadcast is on AFN. If you're just tuning in right now, the American Forces Network broadcasting to U.S. Armed Forces, serving around the world on land and on ships at sea. Welcome. Thank you so much for what you do, and enjoy the Kings and the Oilers.
Laurent Brossoit looking for his first NHL win in his young career. 0-4-1, and off the draw, side of the net, Pearson is being tied up. In for the puck is Kopitar. Brown out as well. Kopitar now to his forehand. Still with it. Moves behind the net into the right wing corner. Now he'll dump it off for Pearson to chase. Down low is Muzzin. Muzzin and Yakupov doing battle. Puck free. Brown for Kopitar again. Andrei Kopitar. The Muzzin with a shot and a save in tight.
Yeah, when you change line, maybe you said let it.
The team, Slav Schmid. Early second period here at Staples. Maroon, Everly, and McDavid out for the Oilers. Everly 5 shots on goal. The puck comes right in front of Quick. Out of the reach of McDavid. Everly, a goal is 25th and 5 shots on goal in that first period for the Oilers. So I'll chop the Kings 13-12. McDavid for Everly. For McDavid again, watched by LeCavalier. The puck knocked off his stick, and now Trevor Lewis will wrist it in. Lewis in quickly along the boards, got pinned there. Griffin Reinhart taking care of Lewis, who goes to his knees. Now Andreoff threw it back behind the net. McDavid wins the race with Lewis for the puck, and the Oilers get it to center ice. Korpikoski hands it off, but the pass misses the mark. Tried to get it to Pakarainen. And from the right wing, boards a shot. Handled by Quick through traffic.
Well, traffic develops again. That's one of the keys to the game, Nick, where in the last game against Winnipeg, you had 2 screenshots. That happens. The other team's going to try to go there. Who can get that position?
Glendening, one of a number of young defensemen in the lineup with all the injuries to the Oilers this year. As the Kings mount an attack here with Schen's wrist shot blocked. Clifford battles to get it back, cannot. And now Cassian will get it down the ice for Hendricks to chase.
Yeah, that's what the Oilers want to do a little bit more. It just happened there. Didn't develop into a scoring chance, but the chip and chase. You know, they can attack as good as anyone, but every once in a while you got to punch the other team, and the Oilers try to get that into their game.
It'll be real interesting to see what their new GM, Pete Chiarelli, does in the offseason. Turnover, hitting the post, Cassian. Another good look for the Oilers, this time Cassian. Cassian misses on the tip, on the setup from Cracknell. And now Milan Lucic for Toffoli around the defender. Scores! Milan Lucic for Toffoli around the defender. Scores! Chance at one end.
The Oilers really had a good cycle going. And Tom McClellan has to just kind of be frustrated now because they had chances. Look at Cassian. I mean, the coverage broke down there anytime. That little pass there, the timing of that pass, it turns Cracknell inside out. Now he's a forward trying to play defense. Larry Robinson's very famous words, never trust a forward. And that's what happens. But the timing, Lucic planned it perfectly. He knows he has a forward there. He knows that forward can't pivot that good. And you can see he was just completely caught in between. Kings lead 3-2.
So a pair tonight for Tyler Toffoli, who is heating up here in the closing days of the season. McNabb a shot kicked out. Carter in the corner with Yakupov. When the puck comes free, the Oilers' Taylor Hall will take over. Plays it out for Draisaitl. He'll nudge it in deep, chase it down with Pearson. Pearson in the corner with Draisaitl and Hall. Puck's worked free, and Carter ahead for Brown. With Pearson, 2-on-1 at the Harry. Brown into the slot, shoots just wide. Pearson tied up, trying to get the puck at the side of the net, tied up by Clendenning.
A lot of hard work there by Tanner Pearson without the puck. Big hit by Dustin Brown.
What else is new? Kopitar driving in on right wing. Feeds the slot. Martinez a shot wide. Kind of fluttered past Brossoit. And the Oilers get it to center ice. And a fray between the benches. Tyler Toffoli's goal at 3:11 to give the Kings the lead for the second time. Milan Lucic, his third assist tonight.
Yeah, get on it.
Martinez up the wall. Muzzin couldn't get it ahead. Here's Eberle. A backhander save. Rebound. Score. No. They wave it off. The Oilers have their sticks in the air.
Everything's reviewed. Quick got across. He certainly got across. Was he deep in the net? Was he over the goal line? I don't think so.
And a chance for the Oilers as, again, we get back to that pace we had earlier in the game. I don't know if it's ever going to just settle in. LeCavalier for Lewis. For LeCavalier, tied up by Fane. Fighting off the defender, LeCavalier. Gives it to Dwight King. For Lewis. Throws it back behind the net as LeCavalier and Fane go down in front of the net. And the Oilers get it clear.
Well, Jonathan Quick, there's so many times you think you have one, and there's so many times he robs you.
3-2 Kings. Nick Down will play it into the Oilers zone. Fane to his partner Sekera. And up the wall to Korpikoski, who steers it down. Doughty had a pass knocked down by Letestu. But now Clifford along the wall. For Doughty to Scuderi. For Andrioff across to Doughty. And the Kings to center ice. For Clifford. He'll push it in deep, chasing Dowd. Along the boards, Dowd with Osterley. In is Andrioff. Andrioff for Dowd. Out to Doughty. For McNabb, a shot wide through traffic. Right wing boards, Doughty. Sends it down low, Dowd brings it up high on his forehand. Sends it in for Doughty. He'll hand it off for Andrioff, who feeds Clifford. Clifford got knocked down by Reinhart. Reinhart tried to clear, held in by Carter just on.
Fatigue factor for the Oilers here.
McNabb to Doughty, a shot missed the net. McNabb with it. Swings it in down low, centers, goes off Clifford's skate. McNabb again.
Things are changing. They're changing, but keeping possession at the same time.
Lucic now to Carter. Carter for Toffoli. A shot over the net, looking for his third goal tonight.
Goaltender did not see it at all.
McNabb for Toffoli. Pinned by Osterley.
Oilers have got to be exhausted.
Fights off a check for Carter, who hands it off to Lucic. Lucic spinning on Reinhart. Feeds Carter, who shoots. Save is made. Loose puck shot. Save is made off Lucic. Toffoli. No goal. They wave it off. I think there was a whistle.
That's what happened. They blew it down. I think that's the only thing here, Nick, that would determine a no goal. But the Kings dominated that shift. They had the cycle. They had the contacts. They had a whole bunch of stuff going on. The referee felt the goaltender had it. He never really did. At least that's the way it looked live down on the ice. He thinks he has it right here with a glove, but it's not there. It's free. It's off to the side. He has his glove on the ice like he thinks he has it. Watch this. Glove on the ice, but it's poke. It was poke. It was poke free. It was poke free. The goaltender did have it. Now they're reviewing also the chance that happened earlier, because remember, there has not been a whistle since then. So that's what they're going to have to do here. And we're going to call it right now the Children's Hospital Los Angeles save of the game. So that might be foreshadowing to how this review is going to end up. Because Jonathan Quick finds a way. Back pass, across, and then watch the toe. He gets it. It does not look like it crosses the line, and he gets that with the skate portion, meaning the blade. That's the furthest extension you can get for a goaltender in that situation. And he hits him, rebound, across. From that one there, it looks like, maybe a chance, but this one here, you'll see the left leg shoot out, you lose the puck, but his toe was above the goal line. And they're taking a look now. Again, they have ways of blowing things up, all those things. I think it's not going to count. Again, for the Kings, it won't count because the whistle had gone. Look at Patrick Maroon. He's having a good time looking at it.
Jim, I don't know how Jonathan Quick comes across and keeps that strength like that without it going back. I mean, that's a pretty hard shot.
On that play, the puck did not cross the goal line. Down here on this play, the whistle went prior to the puck entering the net. No goal.
Yeah, so no goal, not over the line, no whistle, no goal because the whistle went. Yeah, Sean, his core strength has to be so impressive that he can extend and still be strong and keep balance. A lot of times he'll make those saves with his glove too, where his arms are still working. So many goalies in that situation, when they go across like that, they're flailing. Jonathan seems to be balanced and under control.
Yeah, it's one thing to come across, but it's one thing to get across and be under control and keep that left toe, that strength in there. It's incredible.
You saw Maroon laughing on the bench. He's seen that the past few years when he was with the Ducks, playing Quick and the Kings so many times.
So is the coach McClellan.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Connor McDavid maybe remembers back to earlier in the season in Edmonton.
Taylor Hall maneuvers in, a shot attempt blocked. Hall again, backhands it wide. Draisaitl, Hall, and Yakupov out now. Yakupov taken down by McNabb, no call. Hall in the corner. Cycles it for Nail Yakupov. For Hall again. Brings it up high, a shot attempt blocked. Picked up by Pearson, room on left wing. He'll wrist it in. And the young goaltender, Brossoit, will hand it off, and the Oilers get a clear. Come to center ice with Hall on left wing. Moves in, Taylor Hall, a cross-ice pass blocked by Martinez. Hall now bumped by LeCavalier. That allows Martinez to take over. He'll gain the red line and flip it in on net. It's gloved down, and a stoppage with 11:18 left in the second period. Alec Martinez and the Kings with a one-goal lead here at King defender, and let's go to a former King defender, Sean O'Donnell, to break down this last sequence on Jonathan Quick.
Yeah, great play by Alec Martinez. As a defenseman on 3-on-2, you want to delay, buy time, let your guy come back, and that's just what he does. They kick it wide here to Hall. He's got a nice play. Muzzin has to take that guy going to the net. So Martinez's play is to eliminate Hall. Don't let that pass get through. He actually gets a foot on it, so he does so much better. But we've seen this time and time again. It seems like the last couple of years, Alec Martinez making huge strides as an all-around player.
And Odie, I mentioned earlier, he blocks a lot of shots because of mobility, because he gets there. It's very interesting. The old defenseman used to kind of stand around and block shots. He moves.
Yeah, I was the old school stand around and block shots.
It still works. Still works.
Underway here at Staples in a game that has had a lot of excitement. Toffoli's outlet for Lucic, knocked down. And now Carter will take over. He'll flip it into the left wing corner. Payne back quickly. Around the wall it comes for Patrick Maroon, who was robbed just a few moments ago by Quick to McDavid. Speeds in. Hands it off, and he gave it to the wrong team. And then McDavid takes a tumble. Toffoli for Lucic. Shot high over the net. Now Shen, sharp angle shot. Kicked out. And the puck is cleared.
Back and forth, back and forth. Now we have Lucic. He threw a punch at Maroon. Now they're going to go. They both elect to grab on. The only punch I saw was Lucic over the top. Maroon's a tough guy. I mean, he's a big kid. He's trying to hold on. Milan goes over top and he tries the undercut, or uppercut, I should say. No penalties were going to be called before this. And again, you got to keep in mind who's on a shift. How late is that shift? Are you tired before the fight starts? And then both guys might say, okay, refs, linesman, come on in, help us out.
I'm wondering, does Maroon think Lucic took liberties with McDavid earlier on that shift? I don't recall anything.
That would be part of Maroon's job, and again, another reason why the Oilers are trying to get a little bit more diversity into the line. There it is there, yeah. So it's a push from behind by Maroon, and he kind of stands around, or he kind of stays around. But maybe that's because of something else that happened. There's the punch I was talking about. Now again, I didn't see the referees raise their hands on it. And here it looks like, yeah, they're jawing. They're trying to figure it out verbally. And then they say, well, verbally's not going to work.
Jim, I didn't see anything that would have led to Maroon giving Lucic that little shot down low. Now, maybe we missed it, but it looked like it was just between the two of them. Nothing else seemed to happen.
Other than how Lucic's been skating tonight. I mean, he's been great tonight.
I remember earlier on that shift, McDavid took a tumble in the boards, but I think it was on his own accord.
Yes, he dropped the pass. Maybe Toffoli was yelling for the pass because he passed away to Tyler Toffoli, but then he just went down himself.
Puck out of play on a shoot-in.
Well, if you're a hockey fan, then you need to go to the all-new Fox Sports app. Get highlights, interviews, injury update scores, and instant alerts on your favorite teams and rivals. Download now in the iOS App Store or visit foxsports.com/app. So that's the way you keep track nowadays. What's going on, games going on. You can track them. They'll alert you. You figure it out.
Well, the Kings have Milan Lucic in the penalty box for 5 minutes, which is where they don't want him based on the game he is having. His 16th career three-point game with 3 assists here tonight.
He needs a goal for the Gordie Howe.
There you go.
Was it someone who said that Gordie Howe only had that twice?
Very few.
Yeah, so.
It's either, I want to say Brendan Shanahan had the most Gordie Howe hat-tricks. Shanahan or Tuckett. I think those were two of the leaders. Sean O'Donnell may know. He played with everybody in his career. Didn't you, Sean?
Played with quite a few people. I wasn't quite a suitcase, but there was a lot of teams along the way.
Sean O'Donnell between the benches tonight on our telecast. Kopitar fighting off Osterley. Spinning on the young defenseman. Looking for space. Hands it off for Doughty. He spins away from Hendricks. Fans react. Out to Pearson. A shot. Blocker save. Doughty again for Pearson. In deep for Kopitar.
And the Kings have controlled here in the second. It's on these cycles.
Kopitar along the wall. Politustu checking in, and then to Brown, who one-timed it on. Didn't get a lot on the chance, did Brown. Kopitar taking over. Dwight King is now on the ice. Kopitar for Brown. For Dwight King, leans on a defender, Osterley. King wins the puck battle. Now he gets rubbed out by Hendricks down low.
Another shift here where the Oilers are just going to get tired if the Kings keep this up.
Kopitar for Doughty. A shot tip. Save is made. Lewis with the tip. And now the Oilers will get a well-needed rest after the break. Patrick O'Neill with Luke Chen.
From a viewing perspective, it's an exciting game to watch. From you guys playing it, how do you think you're going so far?
Probably not as great as we should be. I think we need to tighten it up a little bit. Obviously
is pinned along the wall, fights off the check, beats LeCavalier, who hands it off. McNabb a shot, blocked. Lewis on it in the corner. He had his stick tied up. Draisaitl is there, but King away with it again. Dwight King looking for LeCavalier out of his reach. And Taylor Hall is able to get it out to center ice. Then he gets finished by Trevor Lewis. Oilers with 4 young defensemen in the lineup tonight. Osterley, Clendening, Nurse, and Griffin Reinhardt.
That's why the Kings want that pressure. Make those guys feel a little bit more uncomfortable, then you start making mistakes.
Oscar Klefbom, who everybody thinks is their best overall defenseman, and he is young, has missed over half the season with various ailments. He is a former first-round pick by Edmonton. Who is it? Toffoli. A shot. Save is made. Rebound. Eludes Carter, who may have got a stick on it. Connor McDavid the other way. He has a goal tonight, his first in his young career against the Kings. This is his 3rd game.
Clogged sink.
No thanks button. Heading level 2 and bold YouTube color premium dark gray get YouTube without the contains bold. Color adds bold. White smoke no contains bold. Color thanks bold. Dodger blue GB. T8 contains bold. Color now and bold black. Edmonton Oilers vs Los Angeles Kings March 26, 16 YouTube document banner landmark. Guide button. Guide button. YouTube home. CA. Skip navigation button. Search landmark. Search Edmonton Oilers full games combo edit has pop up. Clear search query button. Search button. Search with your voice button.
And Andy Andrioff, room on left play.
He gets the shift because Lucic in the box.
Andrioff tied up. Carter feeds it up wide to Foley. Winds a shot. Blocked.
Slider at 1 hour 7 minutes 15 seconds at 1 hour 57 minutes 52 seconds.
Still loose.
Keyboard shortcut K button. Pause click. Next keyboard shortcut shift plus N button. Next shift plus N. New keyboard shortcut button. Volume slider at 100% volume. 1 hour 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Slash. 1 hour 57 minutes and 52 seconds. Subtitles slash closed captions unavailable keyboard shortcuts.
I was just about to say the Kings need to score here because they were taking the game over. They had 3 or 4 of these dominating shifts. Toffoli gets it down low. Watch McDavid. He tries to shovel it back to the goaltender. And Andrioff.
Los Angeles Kings March 26, 16 at level 1.
It's the goalie. He didn't have it. And credit the referee this time. Look at Mike Lego. He's right on the bat.
Like toggle button off. I like this. Just like
you
this
have
video.
Carter there.
Off. I just like
You're
this.
Gonna stop here, guys. Wait, he's trying to reach out, but you can just barely see. You can barely see the puck. Right in there. It's not under his glove. And it finally ends up free. There it is. It's post, guys. Wait, he's trying to reach out, but you can just barely see. Excuse me. You can barely see the puck. Right in there. It's not under his glove. And it finally ends up free. There it is. It's poked home. Then off the skate. A lot of stuff happening.
A lot of youth out there for the Oilers trying to manage that puck around the blue paint. 13:07 the time of the goal, so 3 unanswered goals. Letestu, a backhander wide. The Oilers did have a lead in the first period at 2-1. Tyler Toffoli, in all likelihood, will get an assist on that goal. His 3rd point now in tight. Quick with a splendid stop as the Oilers were buzzing.
A little bit of a hustle here after, but it looks like it's going to settle down. And you just keep the puck in the offensive zone long enough. And McDavid probably had the right idea, but there was a lot of bodies there. A lot of skates, and that's why the goaltender could never really get it. Position there, you see quick. That's the position a lot of goaltenders are using nowadays. Down to one knee, the opposite knee to the glove high, take away the top corner.
We're talking about those time and situations with Jonathan, where that was the save. It wasn't as hard a save, but that was the save he needed to make to keep this lead, the 2-goal lead, keep the Kings going right now.
Could not agree with you more, Odie. That's exactly the timing issue. You know, it's been a scrambling game overall. If they get one there, then changes complexion again.
Tyler Toffoli with an assist along with Jeff Carter on that Andrioff goal is 5th, so a 3-point game for Tyler Toffoli. Milan Lucic with 3 assists tonight. McNabb up high, a wrist shot off the end dasher boards after it went wide of the goal. Taylor Hall for Edmonton. There you go. Yakupov to the net with a shot. Saved quick, no rebound. And a whistle.
So fast, Toffoli with.
It's been splendid, needless to say. Clifford on a dump in. He'll chase it down with Sekera. In to help out is Andrioff. Andrioff's goal has given the Kings an insurance goal here in the 2nd period. Scratches tonight as the puck goes out of play. Scratches tonight.
Whack to get rid of the goalie from getting the puck.
Here's Jeff Carter off the draw. Pass for King broken up. Dwight King out to Shen. He'll send it in down low. King with it. Behind the net to Carter. Out of his reach. Turnover. King with a shot wide from between the circles.
Kings right now are going with a lot of automatic plays. Get it behind the net. Work the cycle.
Toffoli for Shen. Wrist it wide of the net. The Oilers can't get it clear again. Carter to Toffoli. Back for Carter, but Carter's stick was tied up. It's a good idea, but the Oilers got a stick in the way. Hendricks on left wing will wrist it in. Rolls around the boards.
Every Kings coach in the building was going, shoot, shoot! Looking for that.
Scuderi tying up an Oiler behind the net.
Oh, penalty.
Cracknell working the puck free.
Stick into the hands, I believe, against Scuderi.
For Korpikoski, a little give and go. Korpikoski tied up by Carter. Got it down low on the right wing boards. Now they get it back to Cracknell. His shot attempt is blocked. McDavid will hand it off. Korpikoski.
My click stop current position.
Korpikoski is shot
55 minutes. 7 seconds.
On the right side, Osterley.
Mike Lego's arm's getting tired here.
For McDavid for Osterley. Brings it up high. Cycles it back. McDavid, a cross-ice feed. Blocked. And then a whistle for the penalty call.
Yeah, it's going to be a hook against Scuderi, and that's one of the few shifts. Actually, the Oilers did get a lot of pressure once they pulled the goaltender. So it's one of those games, one of those nights. We'll see it right here. Watch this. Into the hands. Yes, it is. You can't do that.
Los Angeles calling number 7.
Used to be able to do that. Can't do it anymore. And that is the call. Rob Scuderi finally skating over. He was a little confused on the play. It was so long ago. Maybe everyone was trying to forget what happened. The Oilers aren't. They're going to get the 5-on-4 power play.
Their third power play tonight. They're 0 for 2 with one total shot with the man advantage here tonight. Mark Letestu will start the power play in the middle, but the Kings win the draw and get it down. Connor McDavid stays out. He was out there for that shift when Scuderi took the penalty. Taylor Hall as well. And here is Taylor Hall up the left wing. Bumped by Brown. Puck across to Draisaitl. Fanned on a pass. Recovers for Letestu. Banks it out to the blue line. Osterley, a shot attempt blocked, and then a clear by Martinez. Jordan Osterley. Ahead for Taylor Hall. Hammers it around the wall for Draisaitl to play. Works it out to Osterley. Along the blue line. For McDavid to Hall. Caught up between his skate and sticks. Turnover. Pearson driving wide. Shoots. Save is made. Tanner Pearson driving wide on the defenseman Osterley.
You know, change as he goes by the bench here, so the Kings get the change they want.
McDavid bumped, but he got it in deep. It was bumped by Doughty. Braden McNabb takes a look, and he'll get it down. 40 seconds now. A turnover. Lewis shoots. Scores.
The bench here, so the Kings
driving wide on the defenseman Osterley.
You know, change as he goes by the bench here, so the Kings get the change they want.
McDavid bumped, but he got it in deep. It was bumped by Doughty. Braden McNabb takes a look, and he'll get it in deep. It was bumped by Doughty.
Touch it. Cost the Oilers.
So it's a tough penalty. It misses him.
Could have taken a shutdown.
This year after the Oilers took a 2-1 lead midway through the first period. Kings with a 3-goal lead as they try and sweep the 5-game season series with the Oilers, a team that they have just dominated the last 10 seasons. This is the 41st game in that time frame, and the Kings have only lost 4 in regulation against an Oilers team that hasn't been very good in that 10-year stretch. They're going to miss the playoffs for the 10th straight season.
Well, it's interesting again with the goaltender. That last one where, you know, he made the mistake, and you know what? As a young player, he's probably thinking about that. Sean, we've talked about it many times before, where you try to cover up for your mistake, and it ends up hurting you.
That's exactly what happens. You make the one mistake, then you recover, but you try. It's like a defenseman. He gives that puck away. Just let it go. But you try and fix that mistake, and that's where you get in the problems.
I think a young goaltender's thinking now, I screwed up here. Maybe if I and he overextends himself and gets out of position.
Kings are reaching 5 goals in a game for the 10th time this season. The 3 games that they lost on that last road trip, they only scored 4. So thanks to the Carter, Lucic, Toffoli line.
Good patience here by the Kings in their D. Back and forth to get it out.
Brown moving in.
Done. Current position, 59 minutes,
Takes over for
35
Edmonton.
seconds.
Gains the Kings line, pushes it in deep for Darnell Nurse. Chops it around the wall for Yakupov. Pushed out by Kopitar. Yakupov across to Reinhart. His shot wide. Looking for a tip. Yakupov again. Out to Reinhart. Sends it in down low. Broken up by Quickstick. Martinez up the wall and out to center.
Board work by Brown there to make sure it gets out. All those little plays important near the ends of periods.
Leon Draisaitl out there with Yakupov and Hall in the closing seconds of the period. King winds with a chance, glove down, and we'll get a face-off in the Oilers zone with 2 seconds left. A little pushing and shoving. Reinhart, I think, and Trevor Lewis.
The Oilers probably a little frustrated. You don't want to put you on the spot here, but with the Kings system, they like that, weak side defenseman, sometimes in front of the net. Do the Kings use a pass in their own zone in front more than a lot of other teams?
I think the Kings use either that pass in front of that or that low centerman as well, or better than any team in the league. You saw just that last play. Vinny Lecavalier, a lot of times you'd like to see that bank behind, but they have that confidence to go in front of the net, tape to tape. And as a defenseman, you don't want the thing going behind the net. It could jump up on you. A lot of things could happen. So good tape to tape pass, and they're out of the zone.
Time to win a face-off and get a look. A good look. 2 seconds left. And off the draw, the puck winds up in the corner, and that'll do it for the first period. The Kings had 3 goals. Toffoli, Andrioff, and Lewis, and are up 5-2.
Yeah, the Kings were able to get the cycle game going. That turned the game around. Of course, the shorty by Trevor Lewis is huge. Goaltender unfortunately makes a mistake for the Oilers, but the Kings played more of their game, wear down the Oilers in the offensive zone.
So the Kings have a lead after 40 minutes here at Staples Center as we go outside for the Jack in the Box intermission report, and Patrick O'Neill. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Yeah, looking forward to Jim Fox joining us here on the Jack in the Box intermission report. He's going to break down Jonathan Quick and the big saves he's made this year against the Oilers. In the first game and the second game, huge. And then tonight, obviously, clutch saves. Also, Director of Player Development, Nelson Emerson, will join us right here on the set to go over the development of these games. That's next.
With Jim Fox, get set for the third, and Jim, in the second period, you sense that the Kings were getting back to King. You're on home ice. You've got the Oilers on the run. What's the strategy from the defensive side of things?
Well, I think just keep doing what they did the last half of that second period. The first period was kind of a funny period, but I thought the Kings started to take over when they got back, kind of what Jim was saying there. The young goalie, that's a very young defense. This is a team that's still trying to establish their identity defensively. And I thought when the Kings started cycling down low, playing in Edmonton's end, it benefited them a lot more.
Interesting tonight, too. Just the line combinations. Certainly the Carter line has been productive. Kopitar's played most of the night with Brown and Pearson, so just mixing things up. And for a team that's in first place, Daryl Sutter is just trying to find anything going towards those playoffs to get more balance in the lines.
Toffoli will hammer it in from center ice, glove down by the young nutminder, Laurent Brossoit. Braden McNabb, a couple of assists here tonight. And Sean, we talked in the open about Daryl Sutter trying to use these final games of the regular season to see where certain players fit. Just want your take on Braden McNabb's performance tonight.
I think Braden's done a very good job. He's back playing quite a bit with Drew Doughty, and I think he's had some shifts against McDavid and some of the other dangerous Edmonton forwards. And I think he's done a very solid job. I think when Braden keeps it simple, obviously we know how physical he can be. When he keeps it simple, he's very, very effective defenseman.
McNabb has played with Doughty. He's played with Luke Shen for quite a few games here in the second half of the season, so we'll see how he slots in come playoff time. Kings with a 3-goal lead here against the Edmonton Oilers. The Kings with a win will maintain their 3-point lead over Anaheim atop the division. Anaheim rallying in Ottawa to win in overtime 4-3 tonight after falling behind 3-0.
Back to those defense players for the Kings. Daryl Sutter just come out and said lately he can move things around, but he wants to keep Muzzin and Martinez together. He feels that's one pair he does not want to mix around with.
Yeah, they've been real good in so many different areas all season long. Jake Muzzin with Alec Martinez. And the odd man out, the extra defenseman, for about a month now has been veteran Jamie McBain. Korpikoski battling along the wall. Deep in the King zone. Scaneri up with the puck. Flips it ahead and out to center ice.
That's where Luke Shen is at his best right there. When you have limited space out there, he finishes hard.
He is trying to slot himself into a role. He'll be certainly in the top 6. Now looking for his first NHL goal. A shot goes out of play off a stick.
Yeah, good positioning by Dow. Just be there. Kia in the driver's seat. That man so far has been kept under control in this game. Of course, Connor McDavid, over a point a game in his rookie NHL season. You see the points since February 2nd. Only Crosby with more, and Big Joe Thornton, who's having a great year with the San Jose Sharks, so continues to do it. You see tonight's numbers, and hasn't really found the open ice that he normally gets in a game, and that can be attributed to team defense. Everyone working together.
Nick Dowd staying out with Cal Clifford and Andy Andrioff. As Clifford will not get it off the wall. Andrioff first in on the forecheck, a bump on Sekera. Dowd in for the puck, can't get a handle on it. Now he does. Dowd double team, getting help from Clifford. Clifford for Andrioff, back to Clifford, broken up. And the Oilers will get it down the ice. Going to be an icing call as McNabb just won the foot race from Cassian.
Another thing with Daryl Sutter talking with him at practice yesterday, he was very point blank. He said the last few games here, of course, get as many points as you can. But he said keep the top guys sharp. He said he's not going to back off on ice time, but he doesn't want to overtax the guys that play a lot. So there's always a risk for injury, but he also said, and we touched on way back earlier in our opening, these games will dictate who will play more in the playoffs. I mean, you have your team together the last little while, all season long. You know who's going to be where, but how much ice time are you going to get?
Off the draw, Chiafoli for Martinez. A shot tipped wide by the stick of Carter. Chiafoli had a hat trick earlier this year in Vancouver. That was his second career hat trick. Again, Tyler with 2 goals and an assist here tonight. Lucic just offside by a hair, and they blow it down.
What's coming up for your Los Angeles Kings? Up to San Jose tomorrow for a game on Monday. That will not be telecast on Fox Sports. Calgary, Dallas, Anaheim, Winnipeg are the home games. A little short trip up to northern Canada, Vancouver, and Calgary on 4 and 5.
NBC Sports Network has the game from the Shark Tank on Monday. Of course, all games heard on the radio side on Talk Radio 790 KABC.
Now you're a full-timer, Nick, right?
I'm a part-time full-timer, I think. No.
I'm definitely a part-timer.
Tyler Chiafoli will get it in deep.
Must be nice getting all those multiple checks coming in.
Yeah, all those checks. Vantage miles in the slot. Brown check. And then the puck on the right wing side to Doughty goes off a stick and out of play.
We just saw a play, Odie, we were talking about earlier, where McNabb behind the net and Carter wide open right in front.
When this team's playing well, they do that better than any team in the league. The centers come down so low. A lot of teams look to shoot their centers through the zone, kind of that ramp play where you should tip it in and go with speed, but they like to all come up together as a 5-man unit.
I would imagine for a younger defenseman, that might be a scary thing because it's open, it's part of the system, but still you got to make that play.
You do. You have to make sure you execute the play. It's there, but if you don't execute, it's a dangerous scoring position.
Yep.
Face-off win by the Kings. Martinez walks the line. A wrist shot. Deflected over the net. I don't know if that went off the goalie or not.
Yeah, he was trying to find it. Again, the Kings, if anything, young goaltender trying to find his legs in the NHL. Kings have made it difficult on him. LA Kings season ticket members, renew your season ticket membership today. Join the 50th anniversary celebration, including 2017 All-Star Weekend next year. Deadline to secure early pricing your playoff tickets is today. LAKings.com/season6 or call 1-888-KINGS-LA.
Dustin Brown has had chances tonight. Feeds Kopitar, moves in. Kopitar doesn't shoot. Holds on, moves down low on Darnell Nurse. Pushed into the corner. Pushed down to the ice by Nurse. Gets back up. A battle right there. And finally, Nurse sends it around for Clendenning to play up the wall. It goes over the boards and out of play. Jim, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Braden McNabb was acquired a couple of years ago from Buffalo. And one of the players the Kings gave up, he was a prospect at the time, One of my favorite names I've ever heard in hockey. He made his NHL debut earlier today with Buffalo, scored a goal, Hudson Fasching. I love that name. Congratulations to him out of the University of Minnesota. Just say it a few times. Hudson Fasching. Love it.
Sounds like he should be on the USS Minnow with who are they? The rich guys?
The Howells, Jim. You're dating yourself.
Hudson.
Thurston Howell.
The Professor and Marianne, right, Odie?
That's the great debate. Is it
Marianne.
Ginger or Marianne?
Marianne. Great actresses.
Yes.
Great actresses.
Hudson Fasching.
One more time.
No, I'll let it lie right
do it.
there. Let's not ruin a good thing here.
Okay.
Sekera off the board.
Play-by-play guy says it. It's good. The color guy says, oh, no, you can't say it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you practice.
Hudson.
All the best to him.
You tell what's happening in this third period so far.
Yeah.
Kind of grinded down to a halt almost, and of course the Kings don't mind that.
Sabres won today, and they had three rookies get their goals. Jack Eichel, who was second overall to McDavid here tonight with Edmonton in the entry draft last year. Eichel had another goal, as did Griffin Reinhardt's brother. Griffin on defense for Edmonton tonight. Sam had a goal for the Buffalo Sabres.
I saw that shot by Eichel. And, again, modern technology is part of that. The sticks they use nowadays, but he just snaps that off, and it comes off his stick, and you can't find it.
Yeah, curled it into his skates and let it go in tight, didn't he?
Yeah.
For her new Broadway musical, and the search is on for a dolly. She says, of course, trained actors should apply, but undiscovered gems also welcome. You can apply at dollymusical.com or
the name of Jared Ross a couple of years ago. Played a couple of games in the NHL from Nick's hometown, Huntsville. And then the other player played back in the 40s in the NHL. A guy I never heard of before. Carter for Toffoli, looking for the hat trick. A chance, might have been a pass attempt for Lucic coming in off the left wing. Lucic with 3 assists tonight. For Martinez, who slaps it in deep. Toffoli falling, going after it, battles to get it back. He does. Hands it off for Carter. Out to Muzzin, a shot wide through traffic. The goaltender never saw it. And the Oilers come to center ice. Moving in on left wing, quiet tonight is Leon Draisaitl. Puck behind the Kings net, played around by Carter, held in by Sekera. Moves to the circle, a shot, save, rebound, cleared away from the front of the net. Fane taking over for Sekera. Wrist it to the net, block.
Nice coverage there by Martinez.
Look out, 2-on-1. The feed to Carter, a shot. Might have gone off Sekera's stick. It goes out of play. Jeff Carter and the Kings with a 3-goal lead here at Staples Center. Lead here at Staples, and between the benches tonight is Sean O'Donnell.
Nick Dowd to me has impressed me. When you're a young player coming up, you always talk about play the way they got you here, but it's really a hard thing to do because you're so conscious of not making mistakes. I've been impressed with Nick Dowd so far. He hasn't made the mistakes, but he's playing, he's trying things. He's playing the way it was that got him into a Kings uniform. Playing with a lot of authority. I've been impressed with him so far.
I think, Odie, that's the one thing that impressed me the most. You're right. The first game he played, he was tracking the puck well. He was skating around, following it up, and again, the play made there about 3 minutes ago in the corner where he just hacking and whacking. Rob Blake mentioned he can play with an edge.
Got a high hockey IQ, too.
Okay.
You mentioned the other night, born in Alabama, actually grew up there and moved away when he was 16, so he played a lot of his youth hockey in the state of Alabama. Went to prep school in Indiana, then St. Cloud State.
I know who that third player was playing in Alabama was.
Yeah, I've got to mention it. I threw it out there, and I know everybody's just dying to know who it is. We get a whistle, and going to get a tripping call here away from the play.
Dustin Brown interference. Was it Hudson Fashing the second? It was not.
Close. It was a guy by the name of Odd Tootin. That's close, but that's a strange name. I know. Odd Tootin was the first player from the state of Alabama to play in the NHL.
Moving pick there by Doughty. Odie down there. Is that what happened?
Yeah, Drew's going down. Just had the stick in Everly. Wasn't a whole lot, but enough for Everly to fall down. Drew's going off 2 for trip.
Back off there for the one-timer, but yeah, he got his stick right into the skate. So a little bit of life here. It's been a slow third period. Not a lot of chances for either team. And now the Oilers have a chance maybe to change the complexion of the period.
The Oilers on their fourth power play 0 for 3. They gave up a shorthanded goal towards the end of that second period. The Trevor Lewis goal, which gave the Kings a 5-2 lead. Again, the Kings' fifth shorthanded goal this season. Draisaitl, Letestu on the right wing side. Here's Letestu, a centering pass blocked by Shen. Shen staying with and knocking down Letestu. Scuderi takes a look and finds a seam to clear the puck all the way down.
Now, before Shen uses his free hand there, he gets inside shoulder position. It's not a reach. It's not a penalty. If you reach from behind, you go in the box.
Taylor Hall, the Oilers try the left wing. This time he'll get it in deep. McDavid chasing. Puck whipped around for Draisaitl. For McDavid. And for Osterley to Hall. His return pass knocked out of the air by Lewis and then cleared by Dwight King.
The Oilers a little bit of out of sync here. I think you can credit the Kings with sticks in the lanes for a little bit of that, but also just not on the same page right now.
Only 1 of 11 the Oilers are in the season series with the Kings. The Oilers in jeopardy of getting swept. Kings and Oilers playing for the 5th and final time. Kings have won 8 straight on home ice. And Jonathan Quick, his career record, 18-1-5 against the Oilers. Dowd stopping up. Kings still shorthanded. He'll play it out to center ice for Shen.
There's thought process right there. No chance for the offense. Take some time off the clock.
Oilers without a shot on goal in this man advantage. As Doughty's getting ready to return. The Oilers battle down low. Brown with Korpikoski. Maroon works the puck free out to Sekera. He'll hand it off. Maroon with a shot and he scores. Quick never moved. Maroon works the puck free out to Sekera. He'll hand it off. Maroon with a shot and he scores. Quick never moved. Patrick Maroon with the power play goal.
14 goal. This is the indication there. With the goal, you can't see it.
I was on the sideline right here. I think it was Korpikoski in front, and the Kings D-man didn't have a chance.
So a little bit of life here. And what are the Oilers playing for? What Tom McClellan, the coach, did after the trade deadline, there were 18 games remaining. He created a big board, as you see it right here. Yeah, there's the shot. Maroon, he's finding a good spot here. What Tom McClellan did, he created a big board where he tracks a lot of statistics. He puts it up every day. So he's trying to motivate the players. Look at Quick. Quick's going down, the puck's going up. Perfectly placed. So coaches have to find a way sometimes to motivate players in this situation where you're under the playoffs. It's not going to happen. He posts those numbers every single day. Players, take a look at it.
Planned away, Andy Andrioff with a goal tonight. Can he get around a defender? He got a backhander away, saved down low. Now in the corner, Andrioff will battle again, along with Adam Cracknell. Patrick Maroon with that goal, 10 points in 12 games since joining the Oilers at the deadline from Anaheim. 4 goals and 6 assists the Oilers at the deadline from Anaheim. 4 goals and 6 assists for the big winger. So the Kings' lead is now 2 as Cassian backhands it in down low. Carter around for Doughty. A touch pass for Toffoli and back to the Kings defenseman, who plays it to his partner, Jake Muzzin. Muzzin up the wall, steered in deep by Milan Lucic. Osterley hammers it around the wall, and here comes Edmonton's Taylor Hall with speed for Clendening. A shot gloved down by Quick. Battled for in the right wing corner. Hall away with it, spinning away from Carter. Hall into the right wing corner. Threw it in front, went off a skate. Draisaitl now battling. They had Osterley, a defenseman, in behind the Kings net. Now he backs off. The puck to Draisaitl, who centers, blocked by Doughty. And Doughty will lift it over everybody.
Yeah, the Oilers want to press it right here. They want to push. They want to keep it going. They had a little chance there that last shift where they had some speed on attack. That's their game. They didn't get the shot I think they wanted on it. Clendening decides to take the shot from the outside.
Everly bumped hard along the wall by Muzzin. Puck to McDavid. Walks out, trying to make a play for Nurse in the slot. That's broken up. Now McDavid for Nurse up high. A shot wide off the boards. Kopitar couldn't get it. McDavid for Everly to McDavid. Back to Everly. On the left side, his shot blocked. Then rolls in on Quick, who covers. Jonathan Quick and the Kings. Will they hope?
To Foley. 2 snipes. Lucic. 3 helpers. Kings getting some offense. Again, maybe making it difficult on the young goaltender, but that line put together. Reunited. It's been back and forth. Lucic really got things going early. He had the skating going. He had the backing off. He had the first man pressure. Chris Sutter trying to get the fans going here. They don't need a comeback right now. They need just to hold on and keep it hold on, and that's what the Kings want to do.
We're going to talk about the upcoming playoffs, Jim, and it'll be interesting to see where Jeff Carter winds up, depending on the opponent in the first round. Does he play center? Does he play right wing with a guy like Andrei Kopitar?
When you have the matchups, at least in the Pacific, you would assume you want him at center because of the size factors in San Jose and Anaheim. Otherwise, it might differ, Nick, home to road when you make that decision.
Kings, if they win the division, they would get a wild card team in the first round. How about the St. Louis Blues? Wow. They win again tonight. Their 4th straight shutout win. Elliott had 3 in a row. Jake Allen tonight. And St. Louis and Dallas tied atop the Central Division. Chicago falling back. They were in the hunt, obviously, for a while, but now they're trying to stay in 3rd place ahead of Nashville.
I wonder whether all the injuries St. Louis had earlier in the season to some pretty significant players, maybe in the long run, maybe that keeps them fresher going into the playoffs.
Of course, the division winners get the 2 wild cards, and the division winner with the most points gets the 2nd wild card. And for the 2nd straight year, looks like 5 teams make it from the Central. Hall weaving his way in on goal. A chance while falling. Save made by Quick. Great effort by Taylor Hall.
A few of those tonight.
And the Oilers keep it alive for Draisaitl, leaning on LeCavalier for the Kings to center with Dwight King.
In this situation, Taylor Hall is just waiting for that. I mean, he's trailing by 2, so he can go. He can just try anything. He can keep on. Doughty initially did a great job on the one-on-one. Watch the position of Drew Doughty here. He'll get body between man and puck, but then extra effort, 2nd effort, creates a chance.
Drew Doughty will get a rest. The ice time leader for the Kings night after night.
Well, that was an example.
Year after year.
You can see that he didn't care about the puck. He didn't care about the puck. And initially he did the right thing. I just think he didn't count on Taylor Hall getting something on the puck after he fell down.
Carter on the draw. It eludes Lucic, and the Oilers take over. Maroon is back out there with Everly and McDavid. Now the puck in front, cleared away from McDavid by Martinez. Jake Muzzin will lift it in for Lucic to chase. Avoids a check from Osterley, feeds the high slot. Martinez a shot off a stick. Osterley chopped at. They let that go as he falls to the ice. Lucic with a puck. To Carter, broken up. The goaltender got in the way of that pass.
Yeah, good read by the tender there. Use of stick.
Now Toffoli in the high slot. Hands it off for Muzzin. Wrist shot. Save. Still loose. Covered and a whistle.
Well, keep it going. Kings are back to that cycle. You want to slow it down again? I mean, slow down, meaning the others aren't going on attack. Baseball is back, and FS1 starts the season Thursday, April 7th. Prince Fielder and the Rangers take on Mike Trout and the Angels. It's all on America's home for baseball all season long. That's FS1, or watch it live on Fox Sports Go.
San Jose lost earlier today. If the Kings win, they'll be 7 points up on the Sharks, which means, Jim, if they win in San Jose Monday, that all but assures them of finishing first or second in the division. And home ice to start the playoffs. Andrioff will get it in deep. Clifford chasing a backhand attempt. Blocked. Dowd is out as well. In the corner, the puck squirts free, and the Oilers away with it. Darnell Nurse ahead for Cracknell. Slips under a check from Shen. Threw it behind the net to Cassian. Cassian tied up by Dowd. Scuderi there as well. Scuderi taking over, will hand it off. And Sean O'Donnell, again we see Dowd down low helping out.
In the right place all night. I like this line a lot with Clifford and Andrioff and Dowd. I think they put some good pressure on Edmonton, giving the Kings some good minutes tonight.
I think, Artie, there was 3 examples on that shift with Nick Dowd using great body position to get it done.
Up the middle, Sekera, wrist shot, kick down, big rebound, save is made off Yakupov. Bain pinches to hold it in. With 5 minutes left in regulation, the Kings with a 2-goal lead. Pearson's pass for Clifford, and he'll chop it past Sekera to center. A feed across the ice for Draisaitl, misses the young forward. Here's Dustin Brown driving in down low on Payne. Stutter steps, hands it off for Kopitar. Kopitar, nice move on Draisaitl. Walks out to his backhand, can't get a shot away. Draisaitl stayed right with him.
Yeah, young centerman. He can play wing. Good size, does the job. But the bottom line, Kings possessing the puck right now at this point of the game.
Jordan Eberle's been effective for the Oilers tonight. A goal and an assist. Out there with McDavid and Maroon for the most part. King on the left wing side couldn't get the puck on a LeCavalier feed, and the puck is cleared by the Edmonton Oilers. Trevor Lewis with a shorthanded goal tonight will knock it in. LeCavalier, Lewis, and King are out. Lewis along the boards, knocks the puck down. LeCavalier threw it behind the net, but Osterley takes over. His pass ahead winds up to center ice. McDavid on a flip in. Martinez across for the puck. Sent it around where Reinhardt is stepped into by Lewis. Lewis with his usual good work along the boards. Kings couldn't clear. Held in, and a Maroon shot is just wide. Maroon looking for his second goal tonight. McDavid in the high slot, a shot blocked. Glendening for Maroon behind the net. Fed it to McDavid, spinning. Threw it in front, tip, Maroon scores. McDavid to Maroon, and we have a 1-goal game. McDavid in the high slot, a shot blocked. The Oilers come right back. Taylor Hall couldn't get a shot in deep. Kings can't clear from the high slot. Shot. Yakupov blocked, and then Hall couldn't get a second opportunity away.
Yeah, if not for McNabb there getting position. We got to keep going here, and the Kings have find themselves in now crunch time, and it's nervous time, and we'll see if we can make it happen.
Toffoli across for Kopitar. To Lucic in the left wing, just out of his reach. A 1-goal lead, even with 5 tonight for the Kings. It's not easy to lock down. Kopitar now out with Brown and Tanner Pearson. So Maroon with his 8th and 9th goals of the season. Here in the third period as the Oilers make it interesting.
Well, the Oilers here too, Nick, with a goaltender pulled situation perhaps coming up. They can be even more liberal here. You know, nothing to lose, and here comes the goaltender. He's coming out.
They pull the goaltender. McDavid back out there with the puck. Maroon to the front of the net. Now Eberle to Letestu to Maroon. Maroon, who centers, it's blocked. Oh, Quick was down and out. Maroon couldn't elevate it. Eberle at the goal line.
Quick doesn't have his stick.
Out it comes. Osterley, a shot save. Rebound bounces. Cleared away by the Kings.
Actually hit his stick and stopped the pass from getting across. Now he's got it back.
Pearson gets the clear. Letestu hammers it in. The Oiler net is empty. Pearson along the boards, chips it off the glass. And it goes over the glass, off Osterley.
Wow. A lot going on. Quick loses his stick. It ends up being a factor on the play. There's the save. Now watch when the puck goes back. It ends up right there hitting the stick. You see it? And then on the far side, Shen just dives. So when you lose your stick, you're in trouble. But that time, it kind of got Kings out of trouble. Now the battle's along the boards. Wow, you got to get it out. Kings had a couple of chances, just could not get it out. Goaltender back in here now for this faceoff.
Another sellout crowd, 18,230. If they're not on the edge of their seats, they are standing up. Oilers get it in deep. The extra skater is on for Todd McClellan's team. Carter down low with Yakupov and Hall. McDavid with it. McDavid in the right wing corner. Got it to Yakupov, who goes cross ice to Nurse. And Nurse's push down low goes off a stick and over the glass. Where will the face-off be?
They're saying deep, meaning it went off the King's stick. That's what the referees are pointing at.
Referee.
So Calgary, NBCSN. Calgary Flames here next Thursday. 7 p.m. for the pregame, Fox Sports West. So Calgary out of it, San Jose in it. Both Pacific Division rivals. And you see what happened with San Jose 3 straight. The Dallas Stars had a game going their way, and they held on for the win. The Kings trying to do exactly the same thing here.
Hall, McDavid, Maroon, and Draisaitl, Nurse, and Osterley are out. Boy, can you get any younger? Off the draw. Nurse, left side, a shot off the Foley's stick. And 52.9 left.
It was a small play, but an important play by Toffoli. You got to get out, and you got to make yourself as big as possible or take away time and space. And Toffoli gets stick on puck there. That's so important to do that. Now you start all over again. Carter tried the last face-off. Kopitar moves in for this one.
And Eberle comes out. Oilers win the draw. Puck out to the blue line. Osterley for Eberle. For Hall on the right side. His pass deflects right back to him. Now he got it to Maroon, and Maroon's shot goes off his stick and out of play.
Second time in a row. Toffoli, now Muzzin. You're just trying to get anything on the puck. And the Kings will be kind of in like a penalty kill mindset here where if there is a bobbled puck, or if the puck's along the boards, that's when you're aggressive. That's when you go harder than normal. Letestu comes out, I mentioned. He's their face-off guy. Now, they won 2 cleanly.
Yeah.
Now they put him out here. We'll see Kopitar.
And off the draw, the Kings with possession. Toffoli gets the clear. Feeds it across. Carter a look. Score! Score! Tyler Toffoli. Winning hat trick.
That reminds me of baseball. Like at the end of the game, you go with the righty, you go with the lefty. Well, Tom McClellan, and Nick at the end of the game, you go with the righty, you go with the lefty. Well, Tom McClellan ended up going with Letestu, and the Oilers end up not getting possession of the puck. The 2 previous faceoffs, Letestu was not out there, and the Oilers won the draws. You see Toffoli trying to hang on there just to make sure he doesn't go offside. So those guys do the job. It's important to win the faceoff. It wasn't a cleanly won draw. You have to hunt out the loose puck, and the Kings get it for the empty net.
Only fitting that particular line is out to really seal it after they started it all 16 seconds into the game. Tyler Toffoli with 4 points here tonight on 2 goals and 2 assists.
3 goals and no assists.
The goal coming at 19:27. Scuderi down low in a battle. Korpikoski is there.
Having 4-2 win.
And this one is over at Staples Center.
nothing.
4-2 Kings.
Well, the Kings get what they need. They pull it together again to Foley, over to Carter. Those guys are on the ice for a reason. Find out for tonight's Mercedes-Benz star of the game, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz dealer in Southern California. Could have picked anyone on that line, but I'm going back early, setting a tone, making people